So, what's for dinner tonight? Oh, that question again. You know, there are just some days when I really cannot be bothered with cooking, especially if it's been a really busy, frantic day. By the time dinner rolls around, I've just, had to make umpteen decisions and I am tired. And there is not a chance then that I want to spend even more time prepping and cooking. No, thank you. So I do try and meal prep ahead of time for days just like this. And yes, it can be amazing, freezer full of sauces and soups and things, but there are times when supplies run low, I'm just wiped, and it's in these moments when it's just oh so tempting, to nip out to the shop, grab a ready meal, perhaps even a takeaway. But I don't think that would make a particularly helpful video. So instead, I thought I would share a few thoughts about what I eat and about what I prep for those I'm with when I simply cannot be bothered to cook. And I think here it's important to share a thought on this. There's just so much pressure when it comes to home cooking, isn't there? Especially at the moment with all the chat around UPFs, ultra-processed foods and whatnot. And I think I'm guilty of this too. It's all too easy to slip into that kind of all or nothing approach. When it comes to eating healthily and eating well, we might think, oh, I don't have the time to do this, or I don't have the ingredients or whatever to create this, elaborate home-cooked food, but it doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to be, some amazing curry or tasty stew. There's a time and a place for that. We might just think, oh, blow it, I may as well just get a takeaway. But I think the important thing to remember is that we can find some ease where possible. If you don't like grocery shopping, it's super easy to get a shop delivered. You can get a veg box, for example. Veggie organic box is really great countrywide. If you hate the prep of cooking, you can buy fresh cooked, pre-cooked veggies. For once, maybe give ourselves a break. Maybe get someone else to do the peeling and the chopping. Yes, sometimes I think we need to be a little bit kinder to ourselves. Okay, but for today, let me share my go-to meal when I simply can't be bothered. It is so good, it's so easy, and it's really good actually to have these ingredients to hand. So first up, and I guess this is my golden rule when preparing any plate of food, is to prioritize protein. I know I'm always banging on about it. What goes on your plate first has to be protein. And when I can't be bothered to cook, so I'm not going to be grilling chicken or anything like that. This might be something like tinned fish, mackerel, sardines, particularly good. Lots of healthy omega-3 brain fat. We've talked a lot about that recently. Or I might be inclined to scramble a few eggs, whiz up a quick omelette. Literally takes no time. Or you could, if you have got some chicken or fish, just whack it in the oven and let it cook itself. But, if you're sticking to no-cook rules, canned fish, cheese, maybe some chickpeas, hummus is a good option, really good choices. Well, today I am just using a ball of mozzarella. And these tend to have quite a long shelf life, so you can keep this in the fridge for a day when you need it. Lots of good fats, a load of protein, obviously, and a load of calcium, so that is a win-win. Next, of course, is prioritising veggies, good for our gut. We're also topping up our vitamins and minerals. So I'm going to use some watercress and homegrown microgreens from the kitchen windowsill. And surprisingly, watercress, weight for weight, contains more vitamin C than an orange, more calcium than milk, more iron than spinach, and more folate than a banana. Love it. Seriously, watercress is a wonder food. So I might slice that up with a few tomatoes, seasonal, really good at the moment, nice little burst of sunshine to add to my plate, lots of Italian vibes going on there, and also sneaking in a bit of extra hydration through our food. And then finally, finishing off with a drizzle of balsamic vinegar. Now, this is quite an interesting ingredient to have in your cupboard because similar to apple cider vinegar, it helps limit blood sugar level spikes. It also helps to support our digestive system. It contains antioxidants that can help to mop up some of those excess free radicals that damage our cells. And then if I'm after a little bit of extra crunch, I do like things that crunch, then maybe a few pumpkin seeds sprinkled on the top. Really good source of nitric acid, very good for energy. Lots of trace minerals in pumpkin seeds, including magnesium. And that's it. A really super easy meal. It's filling, it takes no time, and it's no cook. What did that take? I mean, less than a couple of minutes to put together. And you know, even if I'm in the mood for something sweet afterwards, we can make this no cook too. You could have a square of dark chocolate, maybe a couple of dates. You could maybe spread a little bit of almond butter inside your dates, really good. Maybe a Brazil nut or two. Makes kind of a deconstructed Snickers bar. I think my advice overall here is not to overcomplicate things. Prioritise protein, think ahead about what you might need to keep in the way of tins and things in your fridge or your shelves. You know, particularly tin fish is really good. Nuts and seeds, and if you do that, you will have a really balanced plate that will taste delicious. It will leave you feeling full and you're less likely to reach for the over-processed stuff. And, you know, it's all too easy to get consumed with thinking about food, and there's a lot of chat around it surrounding us constantly on TV, on social media. I mean, we can't even go to the supermarket, can we, without the really unhealthy things being like marketed to us at every turn, principally at eye level, and always on money off deals. It's like they really seriously want to get us addicted to this stuff. So let's give ourselves a break, keep things simple, think protein first, followed by veggies, and you won't go far wrong. So see what you can create. As always, I would love to know your thoughts on this, especially your recipes for those no-cook days. Let's start a conversation. Do let me know in the comments below. I'll be keeping an eye on them. And also do make sure that you're subscribed here so that you never miss an update or a video from me and my team. Until the next time we see each other, go really well.